Hey Sagittarius, this is Veritas Malefica with a general reading for the new moon in Scorpio, peaking on November 2nd, 2024. I've already meditated on the energies and shuffled the cards, so we'll go ahead and pick some in a moment. Do keep in mind that this is a general reading, not a personal or one-to-one reading. So not all the messages may be specific to you. I'm picking up on a very overarching energy for those with major placements in the sign of Sagittarius. If you are interested in a personal reading, I do offer them on a limited basis. The information for how to book that is listed below in the description box. As I was shuffling, I had a card pop out, and I just wanted to talk about the energy that I picked up on. It felt anxiety inducing. It felt like I'm super rushed and busy and like there's a lot going on. So that may be an internal or external feeling. And this is a Scorpio new moon, so this may be bringing up some internal things that are going on, might bring up some introspection that really gets you in kind of a cyclical, kind of stuck in your head sort of energy. Nine of Wands coming out there. I almost felt like it was going to be the Nine of Swords, like that was kind of the vibe, but that actually makes more sense. And I did pick up on 9. So the Nine of Wands is burdens and carrying them. But in this particular deck, it's interesting because this is kind of, it has like this little fairy creature is warning the wolves about the hunters. And so it's about kind of strategizing and being prepared for things and having to be prepared for more burdens than you should have to deal with. So it does kind of connect with the energy that I was picking up on, which is just that you're really having to like kind of go around and around things in your head and are just kind of really in an overthinking sort of state of mind, or having to think through so much at once because you're having to juggle a lot at once. But the other message that comes with that Nine of Wands is that you are incredibly strong and able to deal with all of that stuff that's going on. I'm not feeling like I need to look at what's on the bottom right now, so I'll go ahead and keep selecting cards for Sagittarius. All right. That's that energy too. All right. Let's talk. I want to talk about what's on the table first. This fell in between my legs. I caught it. And we have the Page of Swords in reverse, which this connects with that too, where it's like so many ideas at once that you can't like narrow down what it is that you want to focus on. So I feel like maybe releasing some things and letting go of a few options and narrowing your focus so that you can shoot that bow and arrow specifically at a target instead of you can't hit multiple targets with a bow and arrow, and that's your thing, Sagittarius, is the bow and arrow. So think about narrowing down and hyper fixating on, okay, I've got too much to deal with. What's the most priority? What do I have to deal with first? And narrowing that down is going to help you to be able to create effectively. I do see the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which for me, that's you. That's you doing that. That's you getting that arrow on a certain track and going for that particular thing and being able to then effectively create and manifest within the physical world. So I feel like you have a lot of ideas, a lot of things you want to do. There, you might be kind of removing some stuff and rearranging what's going on in your current sphere to figure out, what do I want to create next? What am I manifesting in the next season? And I just feel like this is a clearing out process for you, where you're going to have to narrow down and focus on what's going on and uncover what's underneath everything. There's definitely, this is new moon. We got the moon going through the darkness, sifting through your shadows, sifting through what's not apparent, and figuring out What do I need, and what can I release? Very important to go through your emotional sphere and to look at this from kind of all angles. We have a really nice balance here of every element being represented, and I feel like that's part of what's happening with this process is you are balancing out the entire sphere of inner world of Sagittarius. You're looking at action, you're looking at thought, you're looking at manifestation, and you're looking at emotions. Wheel of Fortune. So things are changing and the universe is bringing you something different. This may just be something that's coming through this time of year. It says Scorpio also got this card. So this may just be, okay, now we're in the transformative season. It's time to transform. So I feel like this may be kind of across the board for everybody, just a big shift right now. We have the sun in reverse. And this jumped out. So I feel like what you're looking at, and it's funny, we have the moon with the sun coming out here. So for me, this message is if things aren't going well and things are not looking up for you, ask why and reject that. You have the power to change this. You have the power to shift it, but it's by looking at what doesn't work and what isn't serving you and what do I need to let go of. Again, narrow that focus into where is my arrow aiming at. Focus on one particular thing at a time. And I think that will write this up, especially with the Wheel of Fortune coming out. It's cyclical, it's rolling. And so this is constantly moving. And the fact that it literally moved and flew into my lap is like, you know what, if it's not working, let's get rid of it. So this is a big, big shedding season for you, Sagittarius. And I see this going right side up in going through this process. It's because it jumped out. So it's not really here on the table. It's like kind of here. You're deciding the shit that doesn't work, the shit that doesn't flow with me, the shit that doesn't make me feel good or contribute to my overall success and happiness and joy, rejecting. And not just rejecting, it's looking at why and figuring out what do I do to change and shift internally to refocus and then rebuild what it is that I do want, working with that universal energy, working with Fortuna to move forward into now I am in my happy space. Now I am feeling good. It's looking at what's the danger, what's the issue, what's the burden, what's the thing that I keep perpetually going back to that keeps throwing me off track and getting me out of focus, and how do I effectively acknowledge and then release that. And I really see you doing that. This is an amazing reading. Let's get a few more on top to kind of, I want to know more about what this focus or what the energy is here with the burdens and the too many things going on. Okay, for me, it looks like it could be family related, emotionally related. It could be related to the home space. Yeah, we have Six of Cups in reverse with the five, excuse me, not the five, the Hierophant. Strength in the reverse, King of Wands. So this looks like you moving forward and away from the disappointment that you experienced in your early stages that have to do with your family, that have to do with relationships and your home, where it felt unstable, where it felt volatile, where it felt like you were not in control and you were let down consistently. And you're looking at, how do I create my own consistency? And let's get on that step. Let's focus on that. Let me speak that into existence, because I am not holding on to any of this negativity anymore. I am not holding on to any of the past burdens, to any of the disappointments, to any of the funneling off of my strength, which you have a lot of with this Nine of Wands here, Sagittarius. And I'm going to create my own stability. I'm going to create my own strength. I'm going to rebuild exactly what I want out of this. And no one's going to stop me. You're like, that's like that Queen song, that Don't Stop Me Now. If I hear that. And you're just on a rocket ship ready to explode. You are ready and you are aiming your arrow at exactly what you want. And you're getting everything in line to point in one specific direction. And you're going to speak and act that into existence, exactly what you want. And you are letting this other shit go. You're moving forward into power, into stability, into money. And I feel like this is going to disappoint others around you, like in a good way, if that makes sense. Let me pull a few more on that, or let's see what's behind it. Now, let's see. What is that Nine of Cups in reverse for? Yeah, it's you saying, no, I'm not an option. I'm not, you're not going to leave me out in the cold. Yeah, you're avoiding a tower moment. You're avoiding complete disaster by not accepting other people's burdens onto you. You are leaving this out in the cold and walking away from it, and therefore then creating your own reality by releasing that. Damn, Sagittarius, you having a release season, and I am here for it. I don't even feel like I need to say anything else. You are like taking control by removing and releasing the shit that you don't need and just moving forward. This is amazing. I mean, do we need any more cards? Like, no wonder you're just like, there's so much going on in your head. That's what I was picking up on. It's not going to be easy, but you're willing to do the damn work. And that's what I see for future, is like, because you're so in your head about this and going over and over and like really, really working on it and really going through it, it's going to bring you through to completely release whatever this shit is that's been like minutely holding you back. You're just refusing to hold on to anybody else's burdens because you see that it's not helpful for them or for you. You can't create effectively from that space, but you can when you let it go. Final words of advice for Sagittarius. Yeah, nobody's going to get in your way. Absolutely nobody's going to get in your way. You've got the Seven of Wands and the King of Wands face up. Seven of Wands, King of Wands. And what's face down here? Ten of Swords. You are ending this cycle, ending it. You know that this shit is not for you. You're rising up and you're like, no, I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm going to do exactly what I need. I'm going to do all the work I need. I'm going to forge forward on this path because I need to end this and let this go in order to bring in your new beginning. Manifesting. I see this being really good for your money or business. Like, not necessarily a big payoff right away, but like something that you do with work, I feel like, or a project, something that you're working on, or if you're changing what your profession is, something like that. I see that working out really good for you. I see you leaving something behind and starting to build something new. And again, lots of balance in this reading with all of the suits being present. This is awesome. I don't need any more. That's it. So, yes, I send love to you, Sagittarius, with dealing with your shadows. But I think you got this. You have got this. And I look forward to seeing how this transpires and works with the full moon energy upcoming in mid-November. let's see how this plays out into the rest of the year and into your season, which is coming up. So awesome. Well, that's what I've got for you, Sagittarius. If you resonated with the reading, please like, share, comment. I love to get comments, and subscribe if you are into it. And again, I do offer personal readings if you're interested. Information for how to book that is in the description box below. I will see you for your reading next time, Sagittarius. Thanks.